If you're seeing this, then this is your Tarot Tuesday message. Hello and welcome. My name is Lara. Whether you've been here before or this is your first time, welcome all the same. We are going to take a look at the week ahead, the next 7 days. We're going to kind of get a feel for what the energy is bringing in that we're meant to work with. And this week we are starting off on September 9th in 2025. So if you're seeing this and it's September 9th, 2025, amazing. Excuse me. This is the week of September 9th through the 15th. Okay. So if you're seeing it on or around the 9th, anytime in that 7 days, this is what everybody collectively on this particular pinpoint of like linear time, because it's not actually linear, it's cyclical. But anyway, if you're here in that moment, great, fantastic. If it's not anywhere near September 9th, 2025, or that week, that is also okay too, because again, time's not linear. So you're finding these messages because you're tapped into whatever energy that is here with us now. Okay. So at any point in time. And it's also possible you could tap into it more than once. You know what I mean? So, but also, yeah. So we're exploring the themes, the patterns, the energies that are coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about the astrology that's been happening, that is the things that are happening through the week. And then we have our oracle and our tarot, and we'll see if we can get a little insight for the week coming up. So if you're seeing this, also, again, this is a general reading. This is for everybody who's coming to find this video whenever they're coming to find it. So this may not be super specific to what you're going through. Again, it's themes, it's shared experience. So, take what resonates. I encourage you to make your own judgments and to decide things for yourself, because that's why you're here. You know what's right for you. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know. Because we're all here together. Okay. I know in my own way. How about that? So, take what you like, leave whatever you don't. It doesn't really matter. You know what's meant for you. Use your intuition. Okay. Ask yourself questions, and yeah, don't just take my word for it, please. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, whatever. This is not meant to replace things like medical or legal or any other kind of professional advice. Okay. But hopefully we can get a little clarity. We can get a little insight into what the heck is going on during this week. And maybe we'll even laugh a little while we're at it, because usually I'm laughing so that I'm not crying. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, that's the vibe of the video. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so we'll just jump in and start talking about what's been going on. Where we're starting our week is the 9/9 portal. So this is also on the tail end of a lot of crazy energy that's been happening over the weekend. We saw the full moon in Pisces, which was also a supermoon, also an eclipse, because it's eclipse season, and also a blood moon. So there was a lot of energy. I don't know about you. I've been exhausted. My body is just like forced to shut down. And she needs it because there's been a lot of activation. And so if you're feeling super drained, if things feel like they're like shifting, coming to the surface, you know, that is pretty normal, especially if you've been clearing under this energy. Like I have. So yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. It's not uncommon to feel super drained. So the energy over the weekend was electric. And we had Saturn go back into retrograde also over the weekend in Pisces. Uranus is retrograde. There's a lot of big stuff that's happening. So right now, this week, though, we're starting the week on the 9-9 portal. Maybe that will, like, in numerology, 9 is at the end of a cycle. And in tarot, it's certainly at the end of the cycle about to come to completion. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we've got some completion happening with eclipses and all of that going on. I mean, there's like karmic clearing happening. So it all the pieces certainly fit. As far as how we're riding the waves is a different story. So anyway, so that's that. As far as what is going to take us through this week, I don't know too much about things. I do know 9-9 is very significant, especially after the weekend that we had. And then we'll be in between. This week will be in between our upcoming new moon. So yeah, let's just see what the cards say, shall we? I don't know. I'm not an astrologer, okay? Because I don't, I mean, I study a lot, but I don't study that much, you know what I'm saying? But I am astrologically informed. So, also sometimes it's like, it's too much to keep up with, you know what I mean? It's literally like the weather and it's moving all of the time. So anyway, but let's go ahead and dive in. We have our Oracle of Mystical Moments here. So let's go ahead and ask what vibe, what theme, what are we working with over this next 7 days that we have ahead of us? What card do you have to kind of just like, what clue? Mew. Ooh, we have the perfect key. That's funny because I was kind of saying how things are like fitting together perfectly. We got this one like a few weeks ago. We've been dealing with keys a lot. I think there's more unlocking to clear things out, perhaps. You know, we have this figure here with the heart in the cage, the key. I mean, there's a whole lot of options as far as the keys are concerned, right? The little helper on the shoulder here, but she's got the one ready. Okay, let's read what our little book says. The perfect key: happiness, encouragement, unlock feelings. Well, I mean, that's certainly what the energy has been doing. This card shows a woman holding a key in one hand and a cage with a heart in it on the other. There is a bird sitting on the woman's shoulder, encouraging her to try different keys with his mouth. Yet the woman already has found the perfect fitting key. She can open the cage and open her heart. Excuse me. Sometimes life is only a search for the right key. There are so many things that are hard for us to approach. We can have trouble accessing our own feelings. Thanks to friends and family, there are people who can help us find the lost keys to our personal happiness. And the happiness too, with all of the yellow in this card. Like unlocking happiness. Is that a thing? Feelings, yeah. Unlocking happiness, but I think like the clearing that's required to open up for happiness. Does that make sense? Okay, let's see what our spicy oracle says. All right. Woo, there's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Can we get a little bit more information here? Okay. I said, can we get a little information here? And the first one I turned over is, it's a secret. Okay. We have, it's a secret. Prove it. I do. Okay. So it's a secret. The key is still a bit elusive, I think. Maybe you're already holding the key, but you're unsure that that's the right key. We do see her kind of like looking over. Prove it. It's a secret. Prove it. I do. I think this is sort of the prove it I do is referencing like your commitment to the work to uncover whatever it is that you're unlocking. Because we kind of don't always know, as we're opening ourselves up, as we're expanding, what that brings up for us from our shadow. It's a secret. Prove it. I do. Oh, okay. So actually I'm going to rearrange these. And I see this now. Okay, so it's a secret. I do prove it. So that kind of feels like that makes more sense. I do prove it. And I think there's something there about your commitment to what it is that you are unlocking within yourself so that you can uncover your happiness. Does that make sense? Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so let's ask for some cards here. Let's, could we please have 3 cards to give us a little bit more, take us deeper into what it is that is coming up for us this week. What are we unlocking? You know, what can you show us? Could we please have 3? That's a 1. And can we have 2 more? There's 2. And just 1 more, please. Jeez. Okay, we got it. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at our shadow cards. Our shadow cards are at the bottom of the deck here. This is the energy that's coming up through your subconscious. This is just underneath the surface for you. So this is literally what's running everything in your life right now. Okay. Every aspect, you're working out the same things in different areas. You're unlocking through different levels. Okay. So, first we have the Eight of Pentacles. Hard at work, aren't we? I do prove it, right? There is determined effort here. This is a card of mastery. Coming up in the subconscious, this is really about your dedication to the inner work, but it is also there, because these are pentacles, there's an element of the material world here, and it's the practical applications of the things that you're learning, and you are committed to doing it over and over and over. Practice makes perfect, okay? And you can't where was I going with that? I forgot. It's gone. That's the craziest thing. But anyway, Eight of Pentacles. So we really are hard at work. I feel like this energy has been coming up quite a bit. Maybe last week it even came up. The High Priestess in the reverse. There still feels like some sort of block to our intuition here. Things feel cloudy. It's hard to see clearly. I think as we are, practicing, maybe it feels like that, and that's the secret right there. That's the secret element. But still, I mean, the way you're still showing up for it, despite these feelings of like not feeling clear or tapped into your intuition at this time. The Knight of Wands is, maybe there is some restriction or limitation on your ability to be expressive. Things certainly aren't moving very quickly. And maybe it's, like there's this little ember or spark instead of like a roaring flame here with this energy. Okay. But I think, well, I saw this one recently too in our reading. I think it was the full moon reading. Which, if you haven't seen the full moon reading, it is up. Please go and watch that, because that was a good one too. But the Nine of Wands is, we still stand determined to protect our boundaries here, despite how run down we feel or how tired we are. Okay, we're still really committed to sort of staking our energetic, our sovereign space with this. Okay. So yeah, that's what's underneath the surface for us. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. What does that mean as far as the week that we have in front of us? I think really what it is like, I heard just keep doing what you're doing. This is another huge week of transformation. We've got Temperance right here. So I don't know where you're sitting right now in this energy, but there is Temperance is about balance. It's about patience. It is also a card of alchemy, where you are balancing light and dark. There's transmutation in this energy. And this is guided by divine mind. Okay, so this is the alchemy. Nobody said it was going to be comfortable. Okay? No, but I think it's really within combination with this is like we're just getting a really good understanding of it, even if we still don't really feel like we know or feel motivated. Like we're still committing to whatever this is. And where that's taking us through this week, I mean, this seems like really powerful. It seems pretty powerful and it seems pretty potent, okay? Because we're starting off with the Temperance energy, major arcana, so that's big energy at the beginning of this week. With the Eight of Swords, we also have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So this is a lot of stepping out of the illusions, okay? The Eight of Swords energy is showing restriction, okay? This represents the ways we self-sabotage, the ways we feel limited, okay? And in the reverse position, we're really starting to see where that is not reflective of reality. It's almost like it's the smoke and mirrors around who you are, okay? Which is shedding. It's shedding, it's transmuting. Becoming the higher version of who you are with the Temperance card. And then with the Page of Swords, this feels great because this is our third card. So towards the end of the week, I think a lot of aha moments are coming. Potentially in something that you read, or it's aha moments around a new beginning, a next step. You see how she's very lightly stepping, tight-roping. Being led here with a lot of bright ideas. So there seems to be some clarity coming in by the end of the week. I think a lot of this is just staying committed to the work that you're doing, even if sometimes you're like, I don't know why or what's happening. This could also be just like very run down energy because you are really meticulously working through this karma that you're working through. So this is definitely, it's like new layers unlocked, another layer unlocked here. Whatever is coming up because it either needs to be seen and like transmuted, or it needs to be seen for what it is. Not everything in your shadow needs to be transmuted into something else. Sometimes it just needs to be seen and acknowledged and loved. And ironically enough, sometimes the love is what changes the shape of things. but it's recognizing that you don't actually have to ask yourself to be something different as well. And this is sort of mirroring for me with the birds and the yellow. Opening ourselves up to new ideas. So there you go. That's what it looks like. I mean, it's, I like how it's, where it's taking us for sure. I feel like that's, there's a little bit more lightness than there has been over the last few weeks, and I certainly could use it. But yeah, that's what I've got. What do you think? Does this make sense for you? You should let me know. Leave a comment. There's the comments down below. Also, if you like this video, like it, subscribe, follow, whatever. I mean, do all of it, do none of it. I don't really care. Come back again or not. You know, I just hope that this was helpful for you, that this helped to give you a little bit of clarity or insight as to what you're going to be moving through this next week. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this reading and you want to know more about me or connect with me elsewhere, there's information down at the bottom for you. You can take a look through there. We can connect. I do private readings as well. So maybe if you want something more specific, definitely reach out to me. I am available for now. The schedule is open. Yeah, I feel good about it. I feel good about it. We've been really working super hard. So, I feel good about this for us. Not that I'm saying it's going to be easy, but yeah. I could use a little clarity myself. So there you go. There you have it, folks. Take care as you move through this week. I know I will be doing that. And as always, I will see you on the other side.